Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Emerson, and I'm bringing you another activity for Ed the elephant. I'm so excited to bring you an origami activity. And origami is the ancient art of paper folding. In fact, origami means to fold. So you can see our little Ed the elephant. This is where what we're going to make today. So what you will need for this project is some sort of piece of paper, and I'm just using an ad because I figure everybody will have an ad. So because it really doesn't matter what kind of paper you use, it can be absolutely anything. So you can see, you're also probably going to need maybe some scissors, but you can also tear the paper, and some sort of writing utensil. Doesn't matter what it is, just anything that you have. So I have I just have an ad from one of the things that came in the mail to my house. And you can see that this is a rectangle. Well, when you're making origami, most of the time you need a square. And the difference in a rectangle and a square is that when you have a rectangle, you have two sides that are the same length, and then the other two sides are a different length, but they are also measure the same. So these two sides measure the same, and these two sides measure the same, but these are not the same as those. But in a square, all four sides are the same length. So we need to cut off a little bit of the longer length in the rectangle. So to do this, what you do is you need to make a triangle using this side and take it over to this side. So you put your finger here, put your hand and bring this edge right here over to this side. So when you get about right here and you're looking at it and you think, I've got it all lined up, you think you've got it right, then keep that hand and keep it in the place where you want it, and then go back toward the fold. And if it's not exactly right, we're okay. Just get as close as you can. So now you can see that I have made a triangle here, and what I want to do is cut the extra part off. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to follow this line. Right there. If it's not perfect, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I'm going to open my square up and we're going to look. I have four sides now. 1, 2, 3, 4 that are all the same length. So now I can make an origami elephant. So what I want to do, the instructions say to take your square and put it in a diamond, where you're looking at it like it's a diamond. So you have your points at the top and the bottom and on the side and on the side. So what you want to do, your first fold is one we've already made if you cut your square like I did. So I'm going to take the top point and fold it toward the bottom point. Again, matching up and making sure that it doesn't move around too much. Your next fold is taking along the longest side of your triangle, and you're going to take this point and this point and meet them up. So if you'll put your hand kind of in the middle and kind of fold it over that way, it kind of helps you make that fold. So again, I'm looking to see if I'm all lined up before I make my crease. So it looks pretty good, so I'm going to go back toward the crease to kind of keep it from moving around. I'm holding on to it and going back toward the crease. Now, a lot of times in origami, some of the folds that we make are literally so that we will have a guideline for the next fold. And that was the reason for that fold, because we're going to open it up and use this crease line right here as our guide for our next fold. So if you'll put your hand at the bottom on the point and kind of help roll the paper toward the crease line here, and you're going to line that up, this edge of the paper, with your crease line. And one of the only mistakes that you can make in origami is to overlap. You don't ever want to overlap your paper. That'll mess your origami up and you won't be able to do the next fold usually. So again, we're using the crease line and we're going to do the same fold on the opposite side. So I'm lining it up, making sure not to overlap, but getting as close as I possibly can. And so now I have something that looks a little bit like a kite, right? Like this. So our next fold, we are using the edge of the paper right here, this, and folding down like this to make another triangle. And again, using this as our pivot point, we are making a triangle like this. This ad paper doesn't want to stay flat. So you can see my folds now. The last thing we're going to do, these are our ears. You can kind of see ears, trunk now. And elephants don't have pointy ears. So we're going to take, and using this side as our guide, we're going to fold over and make a smaller triangle like this. And then on the other side, the same fold. So we're using the bottom edge as our guide and making a triangle. And once you get those made, then you want to take the whole thing and flip it over. You can kind of see now our ears and our trunk. So the last fold that is made with this is you take and you're going to make the wrinkles on the trunk. So you're using this as your guide to fold. So you're going to take and fold it up toward the top, like that. And then you just basically fold it like you were folding a fan. Back and forth, just leaving a little bit. However many wrinkles you want to have is how many folds back and forth you make. 2, 3, 4. I can get 5 on mine. You may have more, you may have less. So there is my wrinkledy trunk, and all I have left to do is make the eyes. I'm going to put some eyes on here and another eye. So I hope you have enjoyed our the elephant origami activity. I will see you soon, boys and girls.